Hello. What's up, Christy? Trying to get Discord working. Crash for some reason. We're gonna watch the dev update for Legacy here in 20 minutes. We're gonna play some OBLIVION. And maybe just stick to that one, I don't know. I'm kind of excited to play it. Yeah, I can't get Discord to work for some reason. Reboot. It says it's running, weird. No, it doesn't. What you up to, Christy? Playing games? What you getting into today? Marvel now, nice. Cleaning house. Raging. Destroying. Just destroy your enemies. Okay. Back. Got Discord working again. Their game booted up here. You have a bad mouth? Yeah, it's hard when you're gaming. Sometimes it just comes out, man. Frustration is real. The Adventures of Frogblar continue. Part 2. Frogblar and Oblivion. So, I can't remember, what did we do last time? We tried to kill the king and his guards in the jail, but we couldn't. We eventually gave up, and we just left the tutorial area. We got his necklace, though. He died. We got his necklace. And then we took the necklace to the place. Then they said to go to another place. And we never made it to the other place. We got to go to that other place. Second destination. It's like the second quest. We're not fast traveling anywhere, just walking everywhere. Big walking. Yeah, it doesn't help that every other word is a bad word. Just having a conversation. Yeah, it's tricky. I kind of make it a game, basically. Like I try to think about what I'm going to say first. Then, if there's like a 4-letter word, I'll like try and figure out like what's another word for that word that fits this context or whatever. And that way, and sometimes I actually just use like the dictionary. I'm kind of a nerd. Like I like looking up new words. I don't do it as much anymore, but I used to, like in high school and stuff. I love having like a new big word to use. Alright, Frogblar is continuing from his last game. Frogblar the champion. I mean, do you really care? Like, that's the thing about language. Like, as long as people understand you. Good frog blower. Like, only assholes are gonna judge you, you know? Real ones don't care. As long as you're, like, genuine or whatever, or you're using comms effectively. No one gives a shit. Yeah, who cares?
I'm listening.
I wouldn't worry about it. Although I'm not sure about algorithm. Algorithm might care. Like, I see a lot of people kind of tuning their language and their content for algorithm. Like, there's certain things they won't say, basically, because they know algorithm doesn't like that word. So you can kind of, like, try to tune your speech for, like, your audience you're trying to capture. Or you just say, fuck it, and then be yourself, which is probably the better bet, actually. Just be yourself, and then your audience will find you eventually. Heard that? Yeah, I mean, there's different ways, there's different thoughts of how to go about building your brand or your audience or whatever. I think probably the best is just be yourself, and if people don't like your language, then they won't come back. If they do, then they'll come back. Yeah, because the problem with trying to change is, like, you're going to do it for a while, and it'll work, but eventually, like, your old self will kind of shine through, and then people will be like, what? Who's this? This isn't who we started watching. Like... You know, and then you'll have, like, backlash. So yeah, it's better just to try and be yourself. But if you want to use different words, then you gotta take steps towards that, you know? Like, if that's, like, a personal goal. But if it's just something you notice because somebody was, like, rude about it, I'd just consider that person rude and not worry about it. Look at this guy, he's not having a good day. Sad too. She's not having a good day either. Neither of these guys are. Let's take the sword, that we can do some good chopping to that sucker. Big boy there. Yield, I'll take both those. At least the mushrooms. Yeah, I think genuine in the long run is the way to go. But for short-term games,
Anytime. Protect and serve.
You'd probably want to try to hack the algorithm, as they say.
Take care.
There's something to that, though, you know? Like, I've listened to Mr. Beast talk a lot about algorithm and how it's, like, super indiscriminate. Like, it doesn't care about you at all, but, like, there's certain things that it picks up on, and so he works on making those certain things, like, super, super good. I don't know if he ever talked about language being one of those things. I've heard other people say it, but I don't think I've ever heard... But I've also never heard him swear on any of his videos. His audience is marketed at, like, you know, kids to, like, young adults, I would say. I have all my content age restricted. It's all 18 plus. Just because I'm an adult, you know? And so I feel like making content for other adults is cooler. And I want that freedom to use words I want, or to talk about sex, or to talk about drugs, or talk about just topics that adults talk about, you know? I'm not specifically trying to market to kids or... Yeah. But I do know kids watch this stuff, right? There's nothing stopping them from watching my stream except for clicking yes, I'm 18. But with that in mind, I do try to keep it kind of wholesome, you know? That I could be influencing somebody, you know, try to keep that in mind as well. So to try to be wholesome and focus on games, being critical of games, having fun with games, critical of art. Kind of just focus on those topics in conversation. Yeah. And being genuine should be like the easiest thing you can do, right? But like, as humans, we feel like societal pressures, right? We feel peer pressure. We feel motivation for different things, to fit into different molds. Yeah, it should be the easiest thing to do is just be yourself. Weatherly, what's that? Man, we're just running. The know thyself is like a really old saying, like old Latin phrase. Know thyself. And it's really great wisdom. It's kind of what we're talking about here. And the more you know yourself, right, the more genuine you can be. But knowing yourself is difficult. You have to have lots of inspection. Like you have to be able to look at yourself and say, "Is that me? Was that the influence of somebody else?" One really interesting way to figure out who you are is by moving. Completely new culture, move to a new region, to a, like get rid of everything. Like, don't bring anything with you. Like completely start over, right? What happens is you'll start recollecting a life, right? You'll start recollecting things, physical things, people, and what you're going to notice is that some things you're going to recollect, right? Some things you're going to do again. You're going to seek out these things again. Other things you're going to forget completely about because they were like part of that old environment. Then you do that a couple times, right? Eventually you're going to notice certain things keep coming back up. Like I keep building a computer, or I keep painting pictures, and those are kind of your core personal identities. It takes time to figure that out. That's like a harsh way to do it, but that's like a pretty sure way to see it. What comes with you? Correct. Thyself. And the less you think about all this stuff, the more effective it is. Think about it. Easier it is to like intellectualize it, but less to actually act on it. Look at this guy. And hideous. He looks like he's made out of jello or like slimy. Rogblar. Oh. Stuff's fuller. Here? We just sold all of our inventory last time. That's why I'm able to. Was this been picking Viper? Might get skill points for doing this too. Please. We can make some good potions or something. Shrine. See what's at the shrine. Some ruins here too. That's where we're headed, but we're just kind of meandering. Oh, cool. So after you find something, you can fast travel to it. We're not going to fast travel at all, though. We're going to be... Got a dev meeting here in 8 minutes. I almost got carried away. Dungeon? This totally looks like a dungeon to me. Is that? What the crap? I'm gonna berserk him. Get berserked! Yeah, yeah! It's a ghost! Yeah. Can't hurt him. It's not working. Might be in trouble here. We do, chat. Chat, what do we do? Freaking ghost. My attack has no effect. Got any magic? Thought we had a lightning spell or fireball or something. Flare. Rock. This one on 5. Fireball's ass. Ain't working. It ain't working, chat. Why isn't it working? There we go. That didn't do much. Fireball. 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 Need more magicka. Fireball. Pretty good at the fireballs. No plasm. Yeah, PvP games stress me out too. I'll swear sometimes, or just straight up tell people I hate them. But yeah, I really try to be a good sport. But I don't like losing. It sucks to lose. Was your first game like this? PvP was WoW? Like this is your first PvP game? Or the first game where you're actually like getting invested enough to like respond emotionally. A lot of games you just don't care, right? It's like, yeah, whatever. Dude, these things are tough. My sword sucks on them. Probably need like a club or something. Your blade skill's increased. Though. Sword. WoW was the only PvP. Oh, okay. You did PvP. Wow, that's cool. Arena or Battlegrounds or something. And I stopped when they made the option to turn it off while questing. Oh yeah, that changed it completely. Yeah, that changed it completely. They don't have PvP servers anymore, right? Now it's like a war mode flag that you switch. Where they used to just have PvP servers, and if you wanted to do that, you just play on those servers, and if not, you'd go to the other server. Yeah, they got rid of that and they introduced war mode. Which I like the PvP servers. I also had a character on a PvE server too. A venerable vintage. Quest added. I've come across a bottle of wine. Oh, that's that bottle of wine we picked up. Mark I've never seen before. I can barely make out shadow banished wine on the label. It might be quite valuable. I should hold on to it until I find out more. Let's sell it. Wine dealer now. Wine connoisseur. Travel to ancient tombs. Oh shit. Search of fancy wine. Cabernet Sauvignon. Some Don Perignon. Is that it? Just that bottle of wine? I feel like I'm missing something. I turn those stupid things off. Uh-oh. These things. Suck. Can't do those. Stand them. Been here before. This is where we found the wine. We got a map, don't we? No, we don't. You need to sleep though. We found a. Can we open that? That staircase out, and then this. I think this is the way we came, right? Had to go take a nap too. Skill up. Get up here. You can jump pretty good. Attic's huge. Little leapfrog jumper. Got. Keep jumping. Said hello. Discord. Oh shit! Am I mic open? Oh, the dev meeting started.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Good, am I talking? Oh, mic's. See if they're doing a Twitch stream. Just on Discord.
Oh my goodness. Interesting.
Mic on, so talk to you guys. All right, let's pause this.
Fellas, it's not looking good.
Yeah, Aaron's saying there's no audio. No, I can't. But it seems like they can hear Aaron though. So, Aaron, it's all you. Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, same here.
Chat's going hard.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ted's the only one we can hear. They're both mics are both muted.
That would probably do it. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna restart Discord.
All right, they got some elevator music. We'll hang out with Frog Bar.
Okay. I can hear Aaron. Can you hear me, Aaron?
We'll keep Frog Bar on the screen.
Hello, hello. Aaron, can you hear me?
Yeah, I see his microphone lighting up like he's talking, but
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I could hear Aaron a minute ago, but now I can't hear him. Like as soon as I joined the stage, I can't hear him anymore. Like the speak. Yeah. Hold We gotta leave this agency.
Can't remember what they're talking about today.
Can you hear me now? Okay, yeah, and I can hear you.
Last week they were talking about the map design, like the two devs on that designed most of the maps. The music is hilarious. If I can take it anymore. It's some sort of entertainment though. Down a little maybe. Do pop out? Is that better? Kind of just want it so we can see their because they'll like put up slides and stuff.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Frog
Can you
blar.
hear me?
No, I cannot.
I can't hear Aaron though. But I can see his picture turning green when he's talking.
Phones are muted.
Okay. Alright. Yeah.
Difficult. Someone ruined the counting game. Oh man, I got big mad. We do this counting game in Discord where you just type the next number, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 3. This guy types 3. And then that stops the count, and we gotta start all over again. So now we're at 1, 2. This is a dumb game, but like it's hard to get it going because like trolls will come in and intentionally mess it up, or like I'll do dumb stuff like this where I'll put like code in there, then the code just like tricks people, and they can't remember what number we were on. Back here. Did I leave the stage? Oh, I did.
Yep, sure thing. Let's
Here
go.
we go. All right, going. Ted, Aaron, and these guys. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met these guys. This guy's on there all the time. These two guys are new to me. I think I fought this guy before though.
Can we see? Are we broadcasting?
I think Aaron is the original. He's in the original Riz clip. He's the guy. I think that's the guy me and Kyle fought. Should ask him. It was him. Oh, night. Yeah, they got the night map. It'd be awesome.
That's the fun of being live.
Yeah, that night map's gonna be cool. Need to get Frog Blar on the screen somehow. Go. Frog Blar. Champion.
Oh, really?
We can make him
like
bigger.
all the frames and stuff?
Discord again. Discord. Shit. So I can't hear. No sound still. They're just not saying anything? No? Oh, he's laughing, I could hear that. I hear him.
Yeah, I just realized it moves the frames around, doesn't it?
Yeah, Ted's the only one I can hear.
Okay.
Roger that.
I'll just move
There
my
we go.
mic
So,
away when I freaking
If we want to mess with Andre, just start muting. Got it. Okay.
Greenwood Night. So they're gonna reveal gameplay, I think, from the new map here. I'll show some screenshots
We're
of
good.
it at least.
Let's go. Do this.
I'm
Let's do
pretty
it.
excited
All
about
right, you guys. Yeah. No, you take it away, Andre.
to get oh, they are on Twitch too. Do Twitch or Discord? I think Twitch is better. Follow. Right, so this is actually better, I think. Maybe they got it like frames and stuff.
That help bring the world of Legacy to life. We have Aaron, our principal environment artist, and we have Ted, our principal lighting artist. And they'll share behind
Oh
the
yeah,
scenes
so we got to mute
look
these guys
at
and
their
then
work.
watch on
Specifically, I think we're gonna focus on the new night
Twitch
mode for Greenwood and the crypt and a bunch of other stuff they want to show. And after that, we'll open the stage for a live Q&A. So if you guys have any questions about the environment art or the creative process or just art in general.
Okay, so that's why he had it closed. Was
and yeah, enjoy. Aaron and Ted, the floor is all yours.
Awesome.
Go
Well,
huge.
it's super exciting to be here with you guys today. Looking forward to sharing a little bit of what the art team has been cooking for this upcoming patch for Legacy. A bit about me real quick, I guess. This is my 16th or 17th year as an environment and character artist. I spent a lot of time in the film industry. That's kind of where I got my start. Some pretty cool IPs like Star Trek and Godzilla, Avengers, The Martian. Got to learn a lot from the folks over there. But ultimately, my passion was very much rooted in gaming. It's kind of funny, around the studio, a few people have this same story, but basically my dad brought home this shiny new game one day, and it was called Warcraft 1 Orcs and Humans for MS-DOS, and popped that in, had a blast, and little did I know at that moment that I was kind of setting up for a career in this field. So it's been an absolute blast so far. Fast forward a few years, I ended up getting a job at a company called Ready at Dawn, which unfortunately they're not around anymore, but you guys may have heard of a couple of games we worked on over there. One is The Order 1886, and then another is Lone Echo. It's like a VR game. Had a super good time with that, learned a lot. It was a really cool company for kind of transitioning out of film and into games, which there's quite a few differences in how you make a film versus a game, and everything from how assets are managed to basically the subject matter and how you see it. From there, I went on to Riot Games, where I had the fortunate pleasure of helping form their cinematics team. So that group later went on to make a series. Some of you guys may have heard of it. It's called Arcane. So that was a pretty cool experience over there as well. Just kind of working with all the talented folks.
You guys done a couple things.
From there, I went to Blizzard, actually, which was my dream job. Is kind of where I ultimately wanted to be. It took me, bouncing around in other industries and stuff before, I kind of felt like I was ready to finally, apply to Blizzard. But ended up getting a job with them on the cinematics team, where I got to work on a lot of different really cool stuff. One of the cool parts of Blizzard Cinematics is that you get to touch all the different IPs in that franchise. So got to work on Warcraft and Diablo, Hearthstone. It was
music coming from the game.
And of course, there's a lot of really talented folks. I learned a lot over there that I was able to
OBLIVION.
To bring here ultimately. And also I got to, while I was at Blizzard, I got to do something really fun, which was help with environment art direction on Diablo 2 Resurrected. That was a total dream job for me, because Diablo 2 is one of my most favorite games of all time. So from there, that's where I kind of noticed Notorious. I spotted them online and kind of read through their mission statement, looked into their game, and you know, really, really appealing to me. Kind of felt like old school Blizzard vibes and how they were approaching game development and what they wanted to do ultimately with Legacy. I found it really, really inspiring and ended up reaching out to Chris over there and sharing a little bit of my story and the rest is history. I've been enjoying my time here at Notorious so far. It's been a wild ride, um, but it's been a ton of fun. And there's so many amazing folks over here that are passionate about elevating this game and making an amazing experience for everyone. So, anyway, that's a bit of me. Let me kick it over to Ted here.
Hey everybody, I'm Ted Helmers. I'm the principal lighting artist here at Notorious. Um,
The lighting is
I
done. Yeah, the
I've been
lighting
doing
is really
this
good.
for a long time, well over 25 years now. A lot of gray hairs, well earned. I started off lighting like my entire career. I started in film school, actually climbing up ladders, hanging lights on stages before computers and stuff were had really come into uh, uh, stuff, yeah, and sort of self-taught uh, some VFX software back in the day called Lightwave and 3D Studio back when it was on DOS before they call it Max now, and started off as a generalist in TV for a while, and then I made the transition to film, and I've been lighting ever since. I've worked on a couple projects like Kung Fu Panda, The Hunger Games. My first film was Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow, a long, long time ago. Um, and then I made the transition to games to on Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, on their cinematics team. So similar to Aaron, I transitioned into games through the cinematics, which was the closest analogy to film work. And on the DLC on that, I started moving into lighting maps and have been in games ever since. From there I went to Fallout over at Bethesda and um, a couple other studios, and then that led me here to Notorious because a couple of my friends who I worked with at previous studios were here, and they were looking for a lighting artist, and I came over, and I've been very happy to work with this crew. This team is amazing.
Lighting in the
I
game
love
is
my job.
super good.
Um,
Look at all these movies you worked
that's
on.
yeah,
It's like tons
that's
of
me.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean,
like
we have
bangers in
some
here.
powerhouses here. No
Some
wonder the
games
game
too.
looks as good as it does.
Fallout 76,
Um, so yeah,
Call of
we're gonna
Duty,
talk a little bit about
Starfield.
environment art now. And yeah, just go, guys, take it away.
Yeah, awesome. Well, so when the environment art team kind of started on this project, we had a few different kind of major goals in mind. First and foremost, we wanted to create an epic and immersive world for the player. And that can kind of mean different things depending on who you ask, but for us it was kind of about a few different areas. One, kind of pushing scale and exaggeration. So, as you guys know, our game is not exactly like The Witcher, or it doesn't look exactly like Fortnite. We have this kind of hybrid art style that is all about kind of taking the iconic elements of any given subject matter, whether it's like, anything from a broken down wagon to a tower to a castle. We want to take the elements that make it what it is, the iconic bits of it, and we want to exaggerate that, push those shapes and forms kind of to level 11. Um, but to balance that, there, basically what you want to try to avoid is not getting into the realm of kind of a cartoony, whimsical, playful style. So to balance that, we then take those shapes and we reinforce them with hyper-realistic detailing and what we call scale identifiers. One example of that would be, rather than just taking a tower and scaling it up, we want to kind of, maybe we want to beef up the crenellations on the top or really kind of push the silhouette elements of that asset, and then make it feel big and epic. But then in order to bring it back to ground level and to kind of make it relatable to the player, we want to maybe wrap that with some ivy that has leaves that are real scale, or maybe hang some chains or ropes that are properly scaled, so that when you look at this asset, you can see the things that make sense as far as like scale identifiers. But then it makes everything else feel that much bigger and that epic. So we work in an art style that I would kind of deem as kind of a stylized realism. We want our world to feel tangible and alive and believable, but we also want it to kind of feel handcrafted and a certain amount of gritty kind of believability to the surfaces. Another kind of major thing that we set out to do was we want to be storytellers through the world. Um, when we set out to build an environment, it's not just about haphazardly throwing things around and, oh, does that look good, or what color should the lampshades be, or where do we want the bushes and rocks. Everything that we do, we try to tell story with it, and sometimes it's just a hint or a nod. Other times it's it's quite on the nose. A lot of times we find that letting the imagination kind of take place a little bit as well is always a lot of fun, because what you come up with in your mind as a viewer can sometimes be a lot cooler than what we deliberately throw in front of you. So a lot of what we do kind of hints at certain things. So an example might be, if there's like a blood stain on the ground, or some kind of something happened over here. We might hint at that, but kind of let your imagination fill in the gaps. Where we decide to place theming for like a goblin camp, or if we want something to feel old or decrepit, or like a battle took place, or whatever it may be. We'll drop little hints and breadcrumbs like that, and every decision that we make, from where every rock is placed to every hay bale, is it's thought out. It's a deliberate process. Another big thing is we want to make our world kind of iconic and memorable. So whether you're playing in Goldbrook via the tutorial, or you jump into Greenwood, or we move into Greenwood Night or the Crypts, we want each of these locations to feel and look vastly different, so that you as the player at any point you can look around and immediately identify, oh, this is where I'm at. I know by the colors, by the lighting, by the mood, by the set dressing treatment, exactly kind of what part of the world I'm in. That's very important to us. If everything starts blending together and becomes kind of, it reaches this point where it's not kind of memorable or impactful, we're not doing our job then. We want everything to feel kind of fresh and unique. And then lastly, like a world with a history, so as we build this out, we don't just want these places to feel like they were fashioned together, last week or something. This kind of ties into the storytelling behind every choice that we make. We want it to feel like this is a lived-in world. It's got a history. There's thousands of years of events that have taken place before you reached it and are discovering these things. So again, just leaving little kind of visual breadcrumbs and hints and nods at the fact that this is a very ancient world with a rich history to it. And then kind of the last kind of major pillar for us was just working in a very efficient way with modular assets. Um, we need to, you know, we have all these big dreams for what we want the world to be and how we want it to feel, but we've got to bring those together through building things in an efficient, forward-looking way. So what I mean by that is that we are here at Notorious. We're a small team. We've got a small group of people that are very good at what they do, but it's kind of comes down to how can we build assets in a way that are that will allow us to reuse those elements later on, or to rotate them or change them in different ways to kind of maximize um, how many times we can get away with kind of the same content. So as an example, we wouldn't just build a castle, just like a bespoke castle. What we're going to do instead is we're going to build the pieces that can be put together in different ways to build all kinds of different shapes and sizes and styles of castles. So we work in a way that is referred to as modular and kits. We have various different kits in the world, castle kits, village, cliffs, trees, everything kind of belongs to like
Pretty
a
cool
family
looking.
of assets, and it's built in a way that we
Getting
can
them all laid out
we
like
can
that.
swap out the texture on that, and suddenly this castle kit that was designed for Greenwood that has moss all over it. Well, maybe we can change that out and we can pack in sand into the crevices and different, different techniques like that to kind of make that same element work in, say, a desert map or a swamp map or, any other kind of location that we might want to go to one day. So those are just kind of some different examples of how we're kind of building assets with being able to deliver content quickly.
I think next slide
This is a
actually
quick
shows
shot.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a picture of what we internally refer to as our gallery, kind of the Walmart of assets, if you will. Basically, this is a level where we've laid out every unique asset that's been built for the game. And we can take these assets, we can group them together, we can visualize them, we can assemble them. It's kind of a little playground so that we can kind of validate the
Pretty
different kits
awesome. I'd love to
and
be
sets
able to
that
play
we're
with that.
making
It'd be fun.
to kind of make sure that everything jives together and works. So in this example, if you kind of look at the top right image, this is one of the houses. You guys may recognize it for the Baron's estate. And what this kind of describes is that when we're setting out to build something like this, it's not just build the house, it's build the shingles, build each individual shingle, build each individual section of wall that can be a doorway or a window or like a T section or an L section. We build these out with a lot of thought into maximizing what we can make from them. So essentially we're making our own Lego kit, if you will, or kind of model kit. And then we take these different pieces, we group them together. We take those shingles, it becomes a prefab basically a glorified grouping of shingles that gets grouped together into an arrangement that builds out the entire roof. Same with the lower parts of the house. And before you know it, we've got all the pieces. We can build many different kinds of houses out of that. But where the power of this system comes in is that at any point in time, we can return to these original assets, like the shingle, like the wall, and we can change the color on it, we can change the texture treatment, we could even modify the model itself. And those changes will then propagate to all the instances of all the houses around the map. So it's a very non-destructive way of working, and it makes us super nimble so that when we're ready to kind of like, it's a snowball effect, right? So like once we get enough things kind of built into the system, we're able to iterate and build variations and build future content for you guys in a much more expedited rate. All right, go ahead, Ted, take it away.
Yeah. So lighting. Lighting covers a huge topic of games and immersive storytelling and storytelling. And telling stories is why I got into this. I love just environmental storytelling and that sort of thing. So for example, setting the mood and telling the story. Greenwood that you're familiar with, is daytime, and you can see a lot and very long distances because it's daytime. It's you know but we wanted to do something different with night, and a lot of it's like the map really hasn't changed. Just the sun has gone down, and that means a lot of things technical that you as a player don't really need to deal with, but we do as the artist to make sure that it's still playable for you and looks good, and doesn't drag performance down and things like that. So um, lighting covers every pixel of the screen. We're you know do we want it to be dramatic? Do we want it to be, you know, informative? It's like so much can happen with lighting.
Yeah, lighting's huge.
Bad lighting can make great assets of, that Aaron and his team are putting together. Unfortunately, we can make it look bad with bad lighting, or we could the inverse. We could take stuff that might not be up to snuff and make it look great. Just a well placed light can um, with the character, right? The eyes, quote unquote, being the window to the soul. A well-placed light can make that character just come alive. A bad placed light, and trust me, I've worked on my fair share of those dead-eyed um, kid movies where the characters don't quite look alive. You know, lighting, can tank stuff like that. Which is not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to elevate our story and make a great game for you all. Um, play wise, we could guide the player to points of interest, POIs, through different techniques of how bright the light is, different color contrast. It's like if the global moon lighting is cool, then warm torches can draw your eye into,
Yeah, he
the king's
understands
road.
color theory. You can
We have,
tell when
for
you
the
play the
night
game.
map, we have lit all of the, during daytime some of the lanterns are lit, but at nighttime most of them are. So you can actually follow the path. And,
That's gonna be
who's
cool.
turning on these lights? That's a whole other story that we won't get into today. But
Yeah, there's gonna be new
in the world,
mobs.
but we do have that is another interesting story for another day. Also, illuminating for interaction. So, we can make a pretty picture, but if you guys can't play in it, if it's too dark and you can't see, then that's no fun. If it's too bright for a dark area that you can see everything, then what's the point of nighttime, right? So, making it playable, while keeping with the lore and the story and everything,
Lantern.
is a big part of what we do. And let's face it, you are our epic heroes, and you deserve epic worlds. So, bringing the drama and the scale, the spectacle, all of that to your story as you play in the game is a big part of what it what it's about. Next,
Next slide.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, so when we kind of set out to make Greenwood Night, we had a couple of goals in mind. I would say one of the biggest things was we wanted to create a
It's gonna look so
vastly
good.
new visual experience that was different from day. Um, I'm guessing many of you have had a similar experience. I know that I have, where um, nighttime in a game could just be, maybe they turn the lights down a little bit, or maybe they just color shift the sky, or it's like a color grade, but it feels very similar to day. Like there's really no difference except for like a little bit of, almost like a post process change or something like that. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to do something that was a lot more impactful with night. We wanted night to really feel different and even create different gameplay than what you would have happen during the day. Something that would kind of keep you and your party members a little bit tighter together because you don't want to be left in the darkness. There's a lot of that going on. So another thing that we wanted to kind of keep in mind is that being able to reuse art content in a meaningful way, this has a very high impact for us. So being able to take the Greenwood map that a lot of resources and time went into, and be able to create longevity for that content. So it's not just, as we online more and more maps down the road, you don't just kind of blow through Greenwood, you never see it again, and it's kind of, forgotten content. Instead, we can take that same map and we can kind of juice it up a bit, and we can create this night version that's, maybe there's different mobs and different gameplay associated with that, and it's not just turning down the lights. Um, there's a lot of cool things that we're doing with night. Things from creating like a dynamic moonlight that kind of scurries across the ground in different ways, so that it's not the same experience every time. Like this moonlight almost kind of acts like a prison spotlight, and it can kind of reveal you when you least expect it. Conversely, there's parts of the map that might be a little more shrouded in darkness or fog that might lend themselves well to hiding in these areas and springing attacks on different players at different opportunities. Um, we wanted to create a tone of danger, mystery, and beauty with night as well. So uh, being able to kind of capture that sense of, this is not just darkness without flavor. There's a sense of danger. There's a mystery to what lies in the fog beyond. There's a story to what we're doing here, and it kind of creating that juxtaposition between danger and beauty. Like there's a lot of areas where you can look around and it's kind of this captivating visual moment, but you're quickly reminded by the world that this is still a dangerous place. Um, and kind of, just alluding again, darkness. It's darkness with a purpose. It's not just turning the lights off. There's a lot of different things that will change. Maybe a camp that was abandoned during the day, maybe that will suddenly come to life at night, and maybe different points of interest that that were of a certain prominence during the day. Maybe their position in the world changes a little bit at nighttime. So a lot of cool things to explore there. Ted, if you want to take challenges, maybe.
Yeah. So challenging. Making Greenwood not just blue colored day. How dark can we go? Because one of our from from the beginning of the game, we knew we wanted to make a night map, and we didn't want to be afraid of dark areas. But how dark can we go and still keep it playable? That was a big task, and this being our first night map, we were able to work on that. So we had a lot of internal play tests of
I will
the
skip the
first time
ads
we
for now,
did
I
it was like,
guess.
oh, this is too bright. It's very, you know, it's
Got a
still lit
half
by
hour
daytime.
left of this.
And then the next time was, everybody was like, Ted, I can't see anything. Could you please turn some lights back on? Right. So it went back and forth, and we've settled on something that looks really cool. Like Aaron was saying, is we didn't want it just the same play experience. We wanted, I mean, there's a reason why they told, Riding Hood to stay on the path in the daytime and don't even go in the woods at night. Right. So we really wanted this to be a dangerous place um, at night, and to get the feeling of that. And it's like when, how much can you see? Um, uh, and we have like certain POIs, like goblins. They love fire. Um, Maybe some areas have a couple more torches than they did during the daytime. To ward off some of those wolves and at their doors. That sort of thing. So we work. I like to say we work macro to micro, right? So we have to work on like the global stuff, like what does the moonlight look like? How dark is it? You know, down, and we keep whittling that down until we get to the immediate area around you. So one of the things that's coming up is we will have lanterns um, that the players can equip that help them see a little bit in the dark areas.
Little bit.
But just be aware, other people can see the lanterns, and they might see you a bit further off if than you might like. And some of the dungeons and stuff, we want to get a little bit darker. Um, so you'll have to worry about turning the lights on and off. Um, this is going to be up to you. How comfortable you are, as a beacon in the night.
Or, or you could just play a priest or a wizard, and then you have no choice. You're a beacon in the night,
Exactly.
regardless.
Exactly right.
Watch out for the
Um,
rogues.
Yeah. But now for the fun part.
Oh yeah, sorry, was that?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
There's
rogues are gonna
people
freaking
are, I
love
think
the night
they've
map.
heard us yabber on for long enough. They want to see the goods.
Enough
Alright.
talk. Let's get in there.
That already looks pretty good
All
right there.
right.
That
Pretty
screenshot.
Let's see how this goes. So, quick disclaimer before we jump in. What we're about to show you is going to be an in-editor fly-through. So we're going to show you the world through the lens of kind of how we build it through the actual editor. So we'll be able to kind of fly around to various parts that you guys might want to see. I'll just kind of take you on a quick tour through Greenwood Night and what we have so far. Andre, if you've got any suggestions on POIs to go to, or if anybody wants to
Yeah.
shout out different areas they want to see, we can try to accommodate.
Yeah, exactly. If you guys have any questions, I guess we could just go into the Q&A part. So if you guys have any questions in the chat,
Good, that looks
I'll,
cool.
Drag you on the stage. Hopefully my frames aren't gonna get too messed up.
I think I
we'll figure
recognize
it out.
that's
I
at.
actually wanted to ask Ted something myself. I wanted to ask
Yes.
if there's any kind of lighting
Do
tricks or
recognize that
illusions
spot.
players might not really notice, because when I fly through it, I see some lights that I don't expect to be there, but they do create they do like contribute to the atmosphere, but it's not like I wasn't
Dude, this is gonna be
expecting
so
them
awesome.
to just exist there. Like, so what are some of those?
Oh, is it like you're not seeing a source, or?
It's like a blue kind of ambience, for instance, like up in the trees. I'm like,
Oh,
what is that? It looks right,
Right,
but
so-
I don't know, I don't know why it looks right, but it looks right.
Yeah, so there are a lot of tricks that we're pulling off because even though the engine, yeah, this is something I actually did mean to say earlier,
Mhm.
alluding to, Aaron's talk about style, and we want to hyper realize, not too cartoony, but this is our world really isn't a realistic quote unquote world. One of the things we did want to do is have a more grounded lighting, right? So if everything is kind of over the top and cartoony, you know, it's everything. Nothing
Yeah.
really is. It's just kind of
Yeah.
gets washed out. So we're trying to go for a more realistic looking light. And so like right here, Aaron, stop. There aren't many
Understand.
localized lights in
Sorry.
here, but what you're seeing is, we do have a moonlight coming in, and we do have um, a bounce from that. So light just doesn't shoot out like a flashlight and stop at the wall. It will bounce off of those surfaces, and
Mhm.
so the engine tries to go for a realistic. I mean, it's built on realism, like how light will bounce off a surface and go into a camera. But computers as powerful as they are now aren't Matrix level
Yep. Yeah.
perfect realism. So we do have are doing a lot of tricks. Um, One of the latest things we got is our amazing tech artist Sam um, did this amazing fog for us
I
that
was gonna
Aaron
ask. Yep.
is painstakingly painted in to get this low level kind of Halloween fog on the ground, and that's going to help. That's lifting the darks so it's not 100% black in those dark areas. So even though we technically aren't, there isn't any light here other than the moonlight. There are a lot of cheats happening to so that you can actually see what's going on.
Polymetric fogs, and then it holds
Yeah,
the
I see.
light.
Quote
And
unquote cheats.
The light hits it and then illuminates it.
there's yeah, we had there's more than meets the eye. I guess it's not just light
Or if there's
coming
no
from the
fog
moon.
there,
Like
then the
we
light
got
has
yellow
nothing to
lights
hit. It
because
just
that
hits
would
the
not
object.
look right in the
But if you
images.
got a bunch of little tiny particles for it to
Exactly.
hit,
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And one of the things we were
you get like
mentioning
that
earlier
glow,
is
kind of.
kind of this dynamic moonlight. So I don't know if we'll see it shift a whole lot here. You can kind of see it shifting, but some of you may have noticed during day we have these kind of hot spots that pierce through the clouds and they'll illuminate the ground. And sometimes you'll get God rays kind of coming through the trees and stuff like that. So we have that same technology, but using moonlight, which kind of had a surprisingly cool effect at nighttime that I certainly didn't expect it to be this kind of fun. But you'll be moving through like a dark area of the map and suddenly the clouds will break and you'll get that moonlight coming through, and your position could be kind of illuminated, or maybe you'll see something off in the distance that gets some light from the moon that you weren't anticipating. So it kind of adds this a little bit of RNG to the game, a little bit of randomness, to
Sounds
even
good.
how the light behaves in a single session.
Right, and I don't know how much we want to spoil because right now Aaron is flying through the map, but the map is empty. There's no enemies that you can see right now, but we will have. I think we did say that we're gonna have new enemies, so the light kind of shifting and changing could show some enemies, make them more visible. Some of them might be hiding. Um, by the way, you guys, if you guys want to join up on stage, there's a little hand you can press, and I can just like you can ask the question.
Yeah, I
live.
can't
I
wait
see
to
people
play.
asking
Can't wait to
questions in
play
the
this
chat, which I don't mind reading the questions. But
because
if you
I've
guys want
spent
to ask
so
them
much time
directly, you can just
playing
raise your
the
hand.
other map.
So we have a question in chat that is asking, can you show us one of the more darkest areas on the map? I guess a place that would require a lantern.
This is pretty dark.
Like what's the
Yeah,
darkest place on the map right now?
As Ted was alluding to, I think what we want to do ultimately is be able to turn off the lights in the dungeons, in the various dungeons within Greenwood. That technology is still coming online at the moment. So right now we don't have anything that's like pitch black. So what you're seeing right now is kind of that like baseline darkness with the fog. This is kind of like the overall treatment for the map. But imagine that maybe you go into a crypt and it gets really dark to where you have to turn on the lantern to be able to navigate that space. That's something that we're playing with right now and that we want to do ultimately, I think.
Yeah, awesome. Someone else, actually, we have a raised hand, and after that, someone was asking if we could see the Ogre King's cave at night.
Hello? Can you hear me?
There again.
Speaker.
Yeah.
Hi, a pleasure. I was just wanting to ask you, with all of this
Hello.
lighting at night, do you take into consideration the stealth characters like the
Oh
rogue?
crap.
Like at night, he's going to be especially hard to find. Characters like the rogue, like at night, he's going to be especially hard to find.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is true.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Yeah.
conversely, like the priest is going to be easier to find because she's glows during the daytime. So
Yep.
yeah, that was taken into consideration when we were like, how dark is dark? Because there was a version of this which almost this was all pitch black, and the rogue was just, you couldn't see him at all ever. Um, and so like even here, there's a bit of fog, and so you'll see the silhouette of him through these areas. But yeah, we were taking that into consideration of
Yeah.
some of the characters, and that's how again night is going to be a little bit more difficult than daytime. This is the intent of the
Yeah.
map.
I think something else to kind of keep in mind is that I don't think it's a goal to balance every map for every class per se, but the idea being that there may be some maps that some characters shine a little bit more on in more than one way. Um, some maps that will kind of elevate certain classes, and some maps that certain classes may have additional struggle with just because of the nature of exactly what you're saying here, where it's like this is a nighttime map and the rogues set
Rogue
is
map.
predominantly darker colored. So yeah, that could be seen as a kind of an advantageous thing for the rogue per se.
For
But
sure.
try to think of it as kind of an ecosystem of like this is not the only map. Other maps will potentially elevate other play styles.
Yeah.
All right,
Also,
thank you so much.
thank you for the question. At some point, we were actually
Dude,
discussing
that looks
taking this even
good.
further. I don't think that's gonna make it actually in the end, but we were discussing at night all this fog. Maybe you have like more fog in some areas, and that fog could actually give the rogue like an actual stealth buff. We ended up not doing that because I think this is plenty of advantage for the rogue. But just to also,
That would be cool.
on the other hand, the priest does have some advantages when fighting undead,
Oh,
and
dude, look at
undead
that.
tend to be a bit more active at night. So in a way,
Yeah,
it does
Unreal
balance it
5
out.
is
But yeah, the
so
PvP
sick.
definitely the rogues and the less flashy classes will have more of an advantage. It's easier to like gank people or to like run away, or to just like it's harder to just be spotted. But that kind of goes with the player fantasy. You're a rogue, you want to be a stalker at night, I believe. We have a question in chat now. Who lights the random candles in the graveyard, the crypts, and the dungeon? That's a big question. It's Ted. There it is.
Ted.
It's Ted.
Ted has a candle lighter. He goes around to each and every candle, and it's a lot of work.
Every night.
Or were you talking about in lore? In lore, that's a whole other story.
Oh, that's canon now. Oh, it's canon. It's Ted the Lightbringer.
Ted the Lightbringer. I like that.
We have a question from Jokey. He's asking, given the emphasis on light and dark being at play in this new map, will we go back and change the lighting design in the underground areas in the daytime map? Are those going to change, or are we happy with those the way they are now?
We're not planning on changing those for daytime. We are for nighttime.
Right. Actually, maybe we could see that as well. That could be cool.
Yeah. I think they should look very similar, just because it's underground and you're not getting any daylight right now. But in a future update, we're hoping to have some tech come online where we can turn off
sick looking
the torches and stuff. So you go into a dungeon and it's just pitch dark. You're going to need a lantern, or you're going to need a lantern to get through and see it. But we're not planning right now to change it for daytime.
Got it. I mean, I think the daytime kind of looks pretty realistic. You go in the dungeon, you still have the cracks in the ceiling, light is coming through. I think it looks good. But at night, like this fog adds a lot of atmosphere as well, and it is definitely just darker everywhere. Can I ask, what was the hardest, or one of the hardest areas to build for just level art, I suppose, for this map? Then we have some questions in chat. We have a bunch of them.
Hardest area to kind of level art out. I would say finding a good balance in the natural areas of Greenwood, like the areas of dense vegetation, and kind of determining what that would look like for our game.
What's Frogbar doing?
Getting that balance right for gameplay and readability,
Frogbar.
but also that kind of level of intricacy and detail and scale.
We'll be back, dude. Don't
we
worry.
wanted to hit to kind of create a believable space.
Frogbar,
that was
the
a challenge for sure.
champion warrior.
I think once we got into some of this kind of stuff, like the castle areas and stuff like that, I think we had a formula established, so a lot of it went a bit smoother. But kind of finding that initial look took a little bit more time in the beginning.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna invite Jack.
Yes, hello.
On stage.
Can you guys hear me?
Question from Jack.
Gotta mute the Discord.
Thank you for having me. I do have two questions.
Hello.
Thank you for having
me. Of course.
I do have two questions. One would be, when it comes to lanterns and threading the map, you know, while using them, like having them on or having them off, would there be a difference in aggro on the mobs in the forest?
You guys want to take that, or you want me to take that?
Why don't you take that?
As far as I know, yeah, we did discuss that, and I don't know if we're like 100% set on yes or no, but that was I think no. I think it's not gonna matter. The only thing that it will matter is other players will see you. It's gonna make it more obvious, and we will have some areas where won't make it where you need the lantern. At least the plan right now is not make it so we force the lantern. You have to have it, but there are areas where you will want to have it. We did want to tie more gameplay to it as well. We were thinking for a while for like kind of some sort of fog of war, where if you turn the lantern on, you can like activate or interact with some objects that otherwise wouldn't be interactable with. We discussed maybe some creatures can maybe only be seen / only be attacked in the light or in the dark. I think for the first pass it's just gonna be a light bulb as far as I know. Okay. But this is version 1. Yeah.
And the second question is kind of like a smaller one.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
This is more so related to the stealth. So like when it comes to a hunter having the bow drawn back and rogue just, I guess, running around, the little glare that the arrow
music
has
is pretty
and
great
tips
for
of
the
blade have,
night map.
will they be present in this map as well?
They will exist. They will look different though. Like we have the person that's working on the visual effects for those. They have like, different test levels for different lighting scenarios on the map. It's actually I actually saw this like yesterday or 2 days ago when we were doing some wizard stuff, and he had to show me that for
wizard
like
stuff.
If you have a basic Unreal Engine kind of level, spells and VFX look a certain way. You shift the lights a little bit, they look completely different. So it will look different. It's probably not going to be like that big opaque white. But yeah, I'm not sure what it looks like even. Okay. Are you worried that it's going to be too visible, or where is this coming from? I'm curious.
Yeah, I think there will be a balancing process, I think, to kind of looking at all of our VFX in day and night and making sure that they translate in a meaningful way. And that has been a lot of, I think, even kind of working back and forth with Oscar, our lone VFX artist, who's been doing some amazing stuff for the game. Occasionally we'll shoot him like hey, the footstep plume that's coming off of the character is glowing at night. We might want to knock that back a little bit, or fireball is really bright at night, or stuff like that. So we can kind of calibrate and balance that stuff as we go.
I remember when we first did our playtest, exactly what you're mentioning is like the glints off of the rogue swords. They were very bright because they were meant to be seen at daytime, right? They were balanced for that. And so I know, that's being addressed.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, the sharpened points or whatever buff is called.
Of course, thank you for the questions.
Thanks, man.
Of course, thank you.
I'm gonna invite.
So I have to jump in.
5 more minutes.
Really quick. Somebody in the chat mentioned werewolves, and I just want to throw that out. See, people want werewolves. It's not just me.
Just so you guys know, Ted is the biggest advocate for werewolves on the team. He is leading that fight right now.
Bill is too.
There's your
He doesn't wanna be
champion.
left
Yeah.
out.
Champion.
Well, werewolves confirmed. Soon TM. Oh yeah, we got a question from Mr. Necrotic in chat. Hello. Question
Hello,
from
good
Colin.
evening, guys.
I'll try to get
Thanks for
everyone,
having.
but we'll see if we can. Hello.
Hello, good evening, guys. Thanks for having me. Just wanted to say really quick, Ted, I'm totally there with you. Werewolves need to be in the game. But if we're gonna have werewolves, might as well have vampires too. You know what I'm saying? But
That's fair.
But my question is, since Wizard is around the corner or soon coming, and someone already mentioned how like, oh, the darkness is going to make rogues harder to see, and that's like the point, right? Are we going to see like environmental effects or conditions that might make other classes more effective? Like, I don't know, maybe an oil trap coating in oil so you're more flammable, or being doused in water making you more susceptible to lightning damage, or things like that. Anything that might be environmental hazards or conditions that might exemplify other classes.
Do you guys want to take this one?
Yes, please.
I can
Yeah,
grab
go.
it real quick, Gondry, if
Sure,
you want.
sure. No, of course.
So we're not ready to confirm or deny anything today on that respect. However, there have been talks, there have been some really cool ideas around like what could happen to gameplay when it's raining. What could that do? Maybe like would it be cool if like afflictions didn't last as long, like they were kind of getting washed off of you, or what if like lightning was amplified during rain? There's a lot of talks about that, but I don't think we're ready to yet commit to anything just yet.
Yeah, I was basically gonna say the same, except
Cool ideas,
I
though.
was gonna use the river, because we've had that talk with the river as well. What if you're in the river and you get
Lightning bolts in the
magic or frost arrow or lightning?
lightning bolt in the river.
Yeah.
They have
Good
talked
question.
about
Yeah,
what was it?
appreciate it.
Frost.
Thank you.
The wizard can make an
Let's
ice
take,
ball.
how many
The
questions?
warrior
Take
can
a
pick it
couple
up.
more,
I
'cause we
think
were a bit late.
they
You guys getting
confirmed that.
Yeah, totally.
Chris, the
This place is
CEO,
so sick. I keep looking
talked
at it.
about some
I
of this
love
stuff.
the fog. The fog adds so much. The fog came in really recent, right, Aaron? Came in last week, I think. The tech for the fog.
Yeah, I mean, we've had it for a little while. We're trying to get it kind of baked into the level so that we can actually experience this in our playtests. But yeah, the fog adds a lot of it lifts, like Ted was saying, it kind of lifts those crunchy blacks, and it also gives us like a sense of depth. So definitely a must-have.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm glad we got it. We got Mr. Rakan. I'm sorry, I can't see names of who I'm inviting, so
Yeah, it's a good
I don't know how I invited by hello.
good touch.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. My question is referring to the colorblind modes. Have you guys looked into how this map is changed by those modes? Admittedly, as a degenerate, if I notice that is an advantage, I will flip that on before I go into this game mode. Absolutely.
Oh, sweat lord.
Aaron, you wanna take that, or?
It is a PvP game.
I
Yeah,
know
that's a great
we've looked at
a great question. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know. That's been a big part of the challenges for this map. It's like I know that I've been looking at like changing gamma on monitors so that you can't just crank your gamma and see further and stuff. And so yes, the short answer to your question is yes. We are looking at that to try and balance it across all of those so that you can't just flip over to a mode and you're in predator mode and
Hunt
you
Showdown.
can see everybody, that sort of thing.
Hunt Showdown had a problem with the dark maps.
Perfect.
That's one of the challenges of a night map.
Yeah, no, it's a really good point. I think something else that we've considered a little bit is like a lot of times when
I don't know if they know about
when
Hunt
a game does
Showdown.
kind of a night mode, there's I call it gamma hacking, but it's like this idea that you can like gamma up your monitor really high and gain a competitive advantage. Something that we're playing with to kind of circumvent that is when we add a thick fog to the world, when you gamma up, that pixel information isn't there, so you actually just white out a little bit. So we're kind of we're trying to use fog as a way to kind of level the playing field, so that there's not like a huge advantage to having a HDR monitor or a brighter screen setting than whoever you're fighting against.
Right.
Perfect. Appreciate it, guys.
In Hunt Showdown, there's
Thanks for the for the
a
question.
graphic setting on your
And
card you
at
could
the end of the
switch.
day,
Can't remember
there
what
are
it was,
some
but-
settings that will give you like a tiny edge. If you guys remember, you know, in Fortnite, professional Fortnite sweat lords would have their resolution like super cranked to where it was like super squished, just so they could see more to the sides, and it looked awful.
Yeah.
But it gave them like a little bit of an edge. And like every game, you can tweak the settings a little bit if you want to be like the ultra, have like the tiniest of advantages. But yeah, we're trying to minimize that as much as we can. But you know, it is a big challenge for a night map. Alright, let's take
Exactly.
one more question in the chat. I can't see who I'm inviting again.
Uh,
so I'm
hopefully
sorry
they-
I'm saying
hopefully they
I'm
get that
inviting
figured
this
out.
person. But hello, person.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great. How are you?
Pretty good.
Oh, I'm doing good. Hey, so my question was about is the moonlighting, the ambient lighting, is it going to be stagnant or static, or is it going to be dynamic with cloud covers and stuff like that?
It is dynamic. So if you've noticed if like you go up to the tall tower in the castle during the daytime, you could actually see the clouds roll by and shafts of sunlight. We're using the same technique in the moonlight. So you'll have paths of moonlight come through, like Aaron was talking earlier. Um, he and I were playing, and we were fighting in this one area, and then this swath of moonlight came in and lit up the area. We're like, oh, we didn't see those skeletons often lurking in the corners of the darkness, right? So, and then the patch moved on, and we were, turn on the lantern so we can see everything. Yeah, so the moonlight is dynamic. It's moving, casting shadows and the whole.
That's cool. Look at that.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
No worries. Thanks for the question.
Thank you.
That's gonna be pretty interesting.
Okay, I have one last question I want to read from chat, and then we can go to the big announcement if you guys want. I'm sorry for
good.
this question. Someone's asking, will these new lighting changes affect PC performance?
So, the short answer is it shouldn't.
Exactly.
So we have the biggest thing that we've deployed is this new fog tech, and this has been deployed to day and night. And if Sam was here, our tech artist, he would tell me there's a cost to everything. So I'm going to reiterate, there is a cost to everything. We are. Sam has done an amazing job of utilizing existing fog tech that's already in engine and kind of reconfiguring that in a way that has minimal performance impact beyond what we would already be paying for anyway with any amount of volumetric fog, if that makes sense. So it's kind of a reconfiguring. It's not like a straight addition of this kind of costly effect. Our hope is that perf will be pretty in line with where it has been, but yeah, we're still kind of getting metrics on that. That's kind of one of the last things that happens is optimization and testing of all these elements.
Yeah. So very well.
Yeah,
very
I
well
feel like
said.
fog would be heavy,
Alright,
but
I think
I don't
we're
know.
at time. We could go into the final slides if you guys want to.
Let's do it.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go.
Alright, we have some.
Can you guys see this all right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see it.
All right. Take it away, Ted.
All right, so we will be boosting the drop rates for epic and legendary items for the final days of season 0.
Oh man.
By a lot.
Yeah, by a lot. So
A lot.
I don't know all the details.
Epics and legendaries.
I
We'll have
work
to
in
play
the
some
moonlight
Legacy.
daylight. I don't know all the details of this, but yeah, so I couldn't tell you exactly what days and stuff, but
I know the
Andre probably
details.
can speak.
I know the details.
Okay.
I was told to not say a number, but it is a lot. It's a very big number.
So get in there and kill stuff and get
Like
some Legos.
Some legendaries.
150%,
Exactly.
way more. A lot more.
Awesome. Okay, next. This weekend's deathmatch. Saturday, Castle Free for All, 15 players with preset gear. Sunday, 2v2s, bring your own gear, BYOG. And I do believe you will lose it if you lose it? Is that how that works?
In the deathmatch, you don't lose anything. Deathmatch is like you just go in
Okay.
and you kill each other, and it's just you can have fun.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, you don't lose it there. I mean, hey, the season's about to end soon. We will find out how soon. Maybe. So even if you were to lose it,
So
not a big deal. But you don't lose it.
I didn't mean to scare anybody. Okay, so all
Awesome.
right.
Drum roll. Ready for the big
And then
one?
here's the big one.
All right, drum roll. Here we go.
We got
Season 1, Shadows Reach,
huge
begins May 14th.
Shadows Reach.
Everybody,
Yeah.
we have the release date.
There it is. 2 weeks
So,
left.
Get those
I'm excited.
vacation requests in for work.
Clapping.
Guys.
I'm
There you go.
clapping.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
Shadows Reach.
lots of new things coming to season 1. We're gonna do obviously a big complete wipe. So every character is gonna be back to square one. Lots of class changes. A brand new class, the wizard. 2 new maps. Three new maps. Because we have the social hub. We have Greenwood Night.
Yeah.
We have the crypts. We have a bunch of new creatures. I don't think we mentioned any of the new creatures. We have been like kind of tweeting and showing a couple of pictures here and there, but we haven't really made like a meet the devs, so people don't really know what kind of creatures lurk in the crypts and in Greenwood Night. So have fun with that.
In the darkness.
Yeah. And yeah, 2 weeks. Go no
Shadows
spoilers.
Reach. I love
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to give a big thanks as well to the entire art and tech teams. Everything that we've shown today has been a huge collaborative effort. We have such an amazing, passionate team here that's working tirelessly to bring this content to you guys. So big thanks to everyone.
Yeah, big thanks to everyone. Also, I know we've had some feedback where we've been a little bit silent recently, and we acknowledge that and we know that regarding like some of the changes to the classes and everything. We haven't forgotten about you guys. We're just working really hard on it, and yeah, 2 weeks you get to see it all. So, sorry about that. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you, Ted, and thank you, Aaron. It was awesome seeing what you guys
Thank you
have
guys.
been doing.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Rogblar
Yeah,
approves.
and
He's
next
excited.
week we'll be doing Wizard. Wizard meet the devs. We'll meet the wizard.
Oh, nice. Wizard.
Alright,
Wizard
have
next
a
week.
beautiful
Wizard reveal.
rest of the day, everybody.
That's pretty cool.
Take care, everyone. See you guys.
Later.
Huge.
Bye.
That's cool. Not bad. Not bad. Frogwalar's happy. Happy. He thinks that's gonna be fun. All right, let's leave the Discord. Now we gotta roll some ads. All right, here we go. Do some gaming. Do some Frogbar adventures. Yo, what's up, Mar? You happy that the Legacy comes soon? Yeah, dude, I'm excited. I am excited. And Wizard reveal next week, they said? Yeah, the light. Yeah, the night map's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna work well. I really do hope that it doesn't decrease performance though, which I'm kind of thinking it's going to with that fog. Fog is usually pretty bad performance in most games. It looks good though, yeah. And so they confirmed the social hub is coming, which is massive. Right? Imagine everybody who wants to like TDM and just like fight. Right? They got a space they can do that now. Like fight clubs can be like permanent. No stream sniping lobbies, try and hook up with your homie. You can just join the frickin' Goldshire I think there's like 15 people cap in there, or 20, or something like that. 10. I think it's like 15. They said it works. Basically, you can bring in anything you want, and you don't drop anything because you can't die in there. It's like the tutorial. You just go into a down state, and then you have an option to stay in the down state, or you can hit like E button to like get back up. The exact same mechanic as the tutorial, but you can bring stuff in there. I think you could bring stuff out too. You could like trade with your homies and stuff. You go in there and like have a trade session, then duel. Should be pretty awesome. Hopefully you can trade in there. Actually, not sure if that you can. I know you can bring stuff in, but it might be like arenas where you go in and then nothing is saved. You know. Sure, exactly. But you also die in arena. You won't be dying in the tutorial. How you doing? Have you been playing a lot of Legacy? I haven't. I've been playing other stuff. I played it a couple times. I played so much of it, man. I kind of burned myself out a little. I can finally do my missions, get level 20 without. Yeah, that is a good thing. Everyone's getting the kind of their PvE mode that they've been asking for, which I think is great. Actually, it's actually like a good flow to the season. You know. I just really hope we get some good numbers for this next season. You know, that's gonna be really important. I think. Do your missions. Yeah, I grinded pretty hard on that game, man. Although I never did finish up all my vendors. Got like the ones I really wanted to 7. Then I could start buying blue items from them. Got all the characters to level 20. That was kind of my main goal, is just get the characters to level 20. Then PvP, I like getting better at it, but I'm just not really good at it. I kind of plateaued out after like 200 hours, I'd say. Haven't played much anymore. Played other games. I think that's good. I've been playing other stuff too, man. I think it's good to have like a rotation, kind of like a docket of games instead of just playing one game and getting so fixated on it. I did that for like 30 years with World of Warcraft. It's like the only game I played. That's kind of why we're playing this Oblivion right now, is because I missed it. 2006 when this game came out, I was so deep into World of Warcraft, man. I maybe would play like a little bit of Diablo once in a while or something, but I mean, pretty much I was working full time and then come home and raid until I can't stay awake anymore. That was it. Like 20 years. So I think like vanilla World of Warcraft was finally wrapping up around 2006, and so we were probably like planning Burning Crusade stuff when this game came out. So I totally missed it. Oh, we gotta sleep, that's right. So now I'm getting to play it for the first time. We made Frogblar. It's freaking huge. Look at him. Frogblar is freaking massive. And we've been jumping everywhere, so we're actually a frog. Big green skin orc. Jumps everywhere. Frogblar. Doing sword and board combat with heavy armor. And we're just murder hobo and trying to kill everybody we meet. I'm breathing heavy? What's going on? Am I smoking? I'm on fire? You tried RuneScape Dragon Wilds? And played it through? Do you like Valheim? It'll be a game for you too? Okay, yeah, I got a couple buddies who wanted to play it with me. They'd recommended it because they know, I'm a huge Valheim fan. I'm like a big Valheim fanboy. It's the only game I played for like 2 years. I played it for like 3 years straight. I got like 4,000 hours in it. But, so my question to you is, why, if I love Valheim, right? Why would I play a game that's like Valheim? Why wouldn't I just play Valheim? You know what I'm saying? Why am I on fire? Is it because I got that fire spell? Look at me, I'm smoking. I think I'm full health. There it goes. I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of worried about my frog bar though. Yeah, I am curious. Like how in depth is the building system compared to Valheim? Is it more or less depth? Is there like support structure and roof pieces that are specifically roof pieces? Is there smoke particle system? Do you have to make chimneys and that kind of stuff? Visuals are slightly better than Valheim. Well, I love the way Valheim looks. I think Valheim visuals are genius. It's kind of the same genius that early World of Warcraft or any of the early Blizzard game used. They used like really large geometry, like really large polygon models because they process really fast. And then just kind of like low polygon paint on top of that. But then really high quality lighting and shadows. Like volumetric fog and lighting, all that stuff really rounds out these kind of janky shapes, you know? I think Valheim's perfect. I love it. The fighting against mobs is better. Better in which way? Because I really like the simplicity of Valheim's combat. You know, it's like Souls-like. You got dodge roll, you got block, you got parry. And then each weapon has a different classification of damage type. Which I think is really kind of just basic, right? But I like that. It's almost more elegant in my opinion. And then the combat is made more difficult by damage being split against targets. Like when I hit something in Valheim and I hit the bad guy, it splits the damage between the targets. You don't get full cleave damage on everything. There's only one weapon that does full cleave damage. I think it's really good at combat design. I mean, just saying it's better isn't going to convince me to play it, you know what I mean? It's got to be different in some way. See what I'm saying? I'm glad you liked it, though. Like, how many hours do you think you played? Did you build a house? Is there smoke? I know there's lots of spells, right? I think that's probably what's better about it. Maybe the combat you're saying is there's tons of spells. EverQuest is like full of magic, different types of magic. Yeah, maybe better is the wrong word. Well, there's just more descriptive words. I'm just like a real game nerd, you know what I mean? Like I really get into talking about the subtle nuances of games. But I understand that they're both survival builder, open world crafting games, right? Kind of Minecraft vein. I think the weapons are more different. Okay, like the variations of weapons are more different. They do more stuff. The last time I played Valheim was like 4 years ago. They've updated, dude. So yeah, I've been playing Valheim since it launched, and they've had I think 60 to 80 patches. I can't remember the number, but it's like 60 to 80, somewhere around there, a number of patches. Most of them being like performance and bug fixes, and then they had like 2 or 3 large content updates in that period. Mistlands added like 60 building pieces and 30 weapons, and then Ashlands added like another 100 weapons and building pieces, siege weapons, new boat, all sorts of new shit, man. There's a bog witch now where you can get spices at, and you can make feasts. So you can put like a big feast platter on a table, and then just take bites off of it. Hey, there's some gold. We're lost inside here. We can't find our freaking way out. What else did they add? If you haven't played since... So, Plains was the highest difficulty. Oh, there's mini bosses now? There's like, how many mini bosses? There's a mini boss per zone. I've been playing RuneScape for 19 hours now. Nice. But I always rush through these games quickly. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I gotta force myself to like finish stuff. I just wander around, punch stuff. We're not using any we should change our title so people know how hardcore we are. We're not using any fast travel. Pretty cool, huh? Like doing a no portal run in Valheim. A friend played it, spent 10 hours just building. Nice. RuneScape you're talking about, right? Yeah, I'd say most of my time in Valheim has been spent building. That's a good sign, yeah. For a sandbox game, right? Like that's kind of one of the core mechanics of a sandbox game is like building a base. We were trying to get to... Oh, shit, we found that bottle. We had to mark that as our main quest. But it's... Where's it at? Found a bottle, then we were like, oh, we're gonna become a wine connoisseur. We're gonna go sell this freaking bottle of wine. So we set it as the main quest. A vineyardable vintage. Okay, so where does it go? Or what do we do with it? Come across a bottle of wine. Just hold on to it until I find more about it. Go here? I don't think it shows anything. Chat, what do I do? Am I missing a marker? No, there's a bunch of these, of the cups. That's an inn. Why isn't my quest on the map? Tracking it. Help, chat. Chat, help! Inspect. Find the error. Hold on to it till I find out more. I guess we just hold on to it. Oh, you know another cool game Winch is a Cloudheim. You ever heard of Cloudheim? Cloudheim's one game I'm waiting for. Here, check this game out. I'll pull it up.
You should never have come.
That's Expedition 33. I kind of want to play that one too. Cloudheim is like obviously inspired by Valheim. But yeah, it's called Cloudheim. Haven't heard of it yet? Yeah, it doesn't have a release date, but I think it's slated for this year. But it looks like Zelda, kind of like art style.
Cloudheim ditches. Hi, I'm Kim Steiner from Noodlecat Games. Let's dive into Cloudheim's crafting and shop management.
Oh, this is a new video.
Gathering materials by defeating enemies, harvesting resources, or exploring dungeons. Don't worry about inventory limits. All your hard-earned loot is automatically sent back to your home base. Cloudheim ditches traditional inventory screens in favor of a hands-on, immersive crafting experience. Let's go make a weapon. We'll smelt our ore into bars and then give them to the blacksmith. Nice. A new dagger, perfect for training speed skills. Now that it's been crafted, it's permanently unlocked for everyone, so let's sell it. To upgrade your base, you're going to need a lot of gold. Craft items, like this dagger we just made, to sell to customers visiting from other realms. Shoppers will have different needs, and if you don't have what they want in stock, they'll leave empty-handed. You want happy customers to improve your shop's reputation. A higher reputation means more shoppers with deeper pockets. Be sure to keep your shop well-stocked and tidy to ensure customers keep coming back. As your base grows, you'll be able to employ helpful blends to lend a hand and keep things running smoothly. Crafting in Cloudheim isn't just about weapons. You can grow herbs
Oh,
in
thanks
your
for the
garden
sub,
which
dude.
can be used
Huge.
in the alchemy nook.
Prime.
Grill and bake your way to
Prime
fortune
sub.
and fame in the kitchen with some help from our buddy Brooks. Upgrade your base by adding new crafting stations that can make better equipment and powerful accessories.
Yeah, it's supposed to come out sometime this year.
There's so much to discover. And
This is
even
all new though. I
more
didn't know
to
I didn't know about any of this stuff.
Wishlist
I just seen-
Cloudheim now and
I seen that this one's like more of a combat trailer.
Hi, I'm Billy Quick from Noodlecat Games.
These are
and today will
both
be an
new.
upcoming game blending crafting with physics-based combat.
Physics-based
You
combat.
could hit him with a sword, but instead, let's kick him off this cliff. Greebles aren't
Yeah.
the only threat out here, though. You'll also fight against heavily armored
Anyways,
enemies
there's so many
like
games,
armadillos
man.
who
I don't
roll
know, it's-
recklessly through your ally.
Hard to find good ones, honestly. I go through so many of them. I feel silly coming back to like remasters like this and stuff, but man, I don't know. The last 20 years. Hate to sound like an old curmudgeon, but most of the good games came out in like the early 2000s. I don't know if there's been much the last 5 years. There's been like 1 or 2 games the last 5 years that I really have enjoyed. But a lot of games are just not really my thing anymore. I like jumping though. We're Frogbar. Pal World? I haven't. I've watched a lot of Pal World. It looks great. Here, let's set our old quest back. I don't know about this bottle thing. Yeah, Pal World looks interesting. That I've watched a lot of it on Twitch. Pretty crazy game. It's the one we need to activate. Activate. Here we go. B. Wait, what? Did I go past it? No, wait. We're supposed to go here. And I already messed up, I think. Maybe this is it. Yeah, Joffrey told me that the Emperor has a legitimate son named Martin who is secretly serving a priest in the chapel. Tosh, city of Kvatch. Must proceed to Kvatch once and bring him. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. You have Pal World on your wish list? It's really good. It's basically Pokemon with guns in a building. I think they're working on more content too. I can't remember. But it was really successful. Especially since the company is like really kind of low budget. These people, should we kill them? Why murder them?
It all feels good.
I don't like her at all.
Why not?
I don't like her at all.
I joined for the parties and stayed for the parties. Why would I go back to work? That life is for suckers and fools.
What? I don't like. I'm killing all these people.
Have you come to revel in the glory?
Oh my god! Look at this thing. These guys are getting the murder.
It is a place of celebration for us. We dance, we make love. Would you speak with Sanguine?
Well, they're swingers. No.
Of course you won't. Go on about your dreary existence. The Lord Sanguine has no interest in one such as yourself.
Okay. See how it's gonna be.
I'll be here.
Taste my steel, nerd. Get chopped. Get chopped, nerd. Oh, got him. You're next. Yeah. Get murdered. Get murdered, nerd. I'm out of stamina. I gotta rest. Leave me alone. I gotta take a nap. Oh crap, the other one came back. Shit. Now she's pissed. Crap down. Yeah. Yeah, your eyeballs look weird. I don't like your eyeballs. Crap. Oh, what the? Murdered? You just watched me do it. I already murdered you once. I'm gonna murder you again. Son of a gun. Come here. Oh, the cat's tough. Crap, let's just kill this guy again. Eagle horn. Come here, eagle horn. Get crapped on. Yeah. Dude, that's what I'm trying to. Why won't they die? Fireball. Huge. Freaking get blasted. Get crapped on, nerds. Yeah. Oh man. This isn't working out. Oh, these guys are tough. I'm huge though. We're gonna get him. I got a heal spell somewhere. Here we go. Got him again. No, the cat. Get crapped on, cat. Yeah. Oh man, God. Got a fireball. Fireball. Oh crap, the other guy's up again. Dude, they're tough. Goodness. Not going well. This guy's a freaking wizard or something. Man, these guys are tough. This guy's gotta be dead soon here. Holy crap. Hands are getting tired. Got him. Got him, chat. Shut up! What the crap? What do you mean someone's been murdered? Murdered. Stay down. Don't you get up. Don't do it.
By the nine divines! Assault! Assault!
I can't kill him. I think I made a mistake. Unconscious. We finally get him? Made a mistake. He's a literal god. Maybe we should talk to him. Pretty tough, dude. Alright, you earn my respect. I like you now. We'd be friends.
Gods, there's a psychopath on the
Yeah,
loose.
yeah. We get some more block skill from him.
Do your work. That the best you can do?
What's the joke, man? Come on. Come on. Yeah. I think we got a bow and arrow. We can cheese him. Let's shoot him. Climb up here and shoot him with the bow. We haven't used the bow yet. Oh, now you're in trouble. I use it. Arrow? That doesn't do much damage. So we could just sit here and hit him with the sword all day. I suppose the sword would break eventually, right? Get skill points for doing it. Steal his friends. Oh, we gotta kill him again. Steal his friend's stuff. Hopefully they got some good stuff. Much. Now when he comes back unconscious, we'll talk to him. Try to be his friend. He doesn't know any difference. Can't open this chest without Sanguine's blessing.
Have you
Be
come
friends.
to revel in the glory that is the shrine of Sanguine?
Yeah.
It is a place of celebration for us. We dance, we make love. Would you speak
He's
to
still really
Sanguine?
creepy looking. I don't like him. Yeah, let's do
Approach
it.
then, and bring Sanguine a gift. Surdilic brandy is an appropriate gift for your host.
Anvil is all in an uproar. First the chapel attacked, now the prophet, ranting about the end of the world.
Yeah, it creeps me out.
What?
Oh, and the persuading thing, I haven't really figured this out. I'm not gonna give him anything.
You're full of it. That's great. How's it go again?
I like the joke.
I can't argue with that. Don't be silly.
Yeah, I don't really understand this.
You're pathetic.
Shut up.
Oh, that's great. That's really too much.
I like that
That's
one.
enough.
Didn't like that.
Was that supposed to be a compliment? All right. I get it.
Yeah. I don't like this guy.
What can I interest you in?
Sell him some junk. Sell him some junk. I'm gonna keep all the food. I feel like I'm gonna be able to cook it at some point, maybe. Then I would buy it and play it. Game is mega cool. You've been playing it for about 300 hours? Oh, nice. Yeah, I like Pokemon. I've never really played any Pokemon games. Man, there's so many games I want to play though, like Monster Hunter. This game I just got. It's like I got this, and then I got like these playthroughs of Valheim I've started with friends, and then another game Legacy, and so many games.
Do not test his patience.
Beechcraft. We just did some murder, and we're gonna sit down and think about our lives here. He forgave us really quick, though. I mean, look at my face. How could you not? Do not forgive this guy. Just murder your two friends. Frogbar.
You have been told how to summon Sanguine. If you feel worthy, proceed.
What did he tell me?
We watch and wait.
What did you tell me? What? Whoa. Going. This way. This. Oh. This. Yeah.
Hit me once more and I'll kill you. Die, damn you!
Oh, he's fighting my friend. Under. Steal his shoes. That sucker. Robbed him. We give it to our friend.
You have been told how to summon.
Here, take the
Travel
stuff.
around. You won't find better
We could sell it
prices
to
in
him.
all Tamriel.
He doesn't buy
Go
those.
then.
Don't tell me what to do. Running always takes stamina? Be good for our jumping and running skills. Rogblar. Ah. This. Sure. What did I do? Is that? What did I do? Did something. Yeah. Oh man, he's tough. Big 5 hits. Oof. System there. Acrobat. 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 We're gonna die from acrobat. Uh-oh. Not ready to fight, leave me alone. Man, this healing skill sucks. Imp. Ouch. He's trying to kill me. Close. Got potions. Got potions somewhere. That magic spell sucks. I guess we gotta just keep using it and it'll get better, right? Time for you to go to sleep. Have a nice evening. Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. Dropping the sub, appreciate it. It's huge. Yo, check that game out too, man. It looks pretty good. Both of them actually look pretty good. Meaning to play them. But yeah, thanks for chatting, dude. Peace. Rogblar. Frog. Huge. Acrobat. Acrobat. Any. Now what happens to the jumping skill when it levels up? You know they get different attributes. Like we got this charge thing. How do we do the charge? There it is. Dodge. That's a new thing we learned. Oh, you're screwed, buddy. You have no idea who you're yelling at. That's rude. Oh, it's a cub. I feel bad about killing cub. I don't want to fight cub. There, Fang. Bears we can fight? Let's fight them all. They got no shot. No shot, cub. Big one. Big one at. The little ones. Need the big one though. Ah. Seeking your roots. Quest added. I've recovered a sprig of Nernan root. Plant. Ingredient. This unusual must have value. Perhaps I should bring it to an alchemist to find out a little more about it. Alchemists can be found in almost every city in Crocodilia. Let's continue on. Although, we gotta remember to see an alchemist about the thing. Oh, look at that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shot. Shot. Champion wins again. Serve my domain. Said it was pretty easy to get over leveled in this game though. If you spend a lot of time just like farting around doing this kind of stuff, running cross country, you'll out level your quest pretty quick and then just start dominating. Bitter fish goblin. Like Schmeagol kinda. Level 46 block. We want to get level 75 block. I think that's when we get the shield bash. Yeah. There he is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh. Wrap it on me. Oh no. You got no shot. Tank. Tank, I'm a super beast. What do you think's down here? One door to Mascara. Oh, is it, this is the city? Over here. What the crap is this? I thought it showed like a picture of a town when we logged in. A dead goblin and 5 goblin. Gales, is that gold? It looks like gold. Worth 50 gold, those are nice. What's going on? Good, whatever it is. The door. Switch. We gotta find the switch lever. Zombie Guardian. Going down, zombie. Off the top ropes. Huge. Oh, there's 2 of them. We can take them. Oh, they're fighting each other. Where? Treasure. Huge. I think it's just like a little side dungeon kind of thing. Like something like maybe a quest is supposed to lead us here. Have to wait for that, but it does sell for 13 coins. So maybe did do a pretty good job at emptying our inventory in the last session. Uglar. Stealing these fancy lanterns, though. Rich. We're gonna go sell their light bulbs. Acrobat. Level 31, huge. Can't stop jumping. Gotta maximize our jump skill. You know if you still get points if you're out of stamina and you continue to jump? Does it have to consume stamina? Ooh. A weapon? Why am I purple? Poisoned? The toughie. Skirmisher. Waterfish? What the fuck? The crap. Fuck. That was probably for that door that needed to be. I guess. These are cool dungeons. This is the way out. What did the push block do? Door? Buzz. Where's that? Uh-oh. I don't understand these. What did this do? Did it just open this? I guess I didn't see it. No, there wouldn't have been a door there because there's a door. I don't know. I think I'm missing something though. the buttons out. Oh, here. Was this what the other button did? No. That was just the door we opened. It was open before. I can't figure out what the button did. I feel like we missed something down there, but looked around like twice. We need to just find like a fast attacking enemy. Just let them like level up our block skill, like get our shield bash. Then we can play the game. Yeah, there's arenas. Somebody's telling me there's arenas. Yeah. Elf. What? I will take it. We'll take it. Almost there. Yeah, someone said I need to steal a horse if I'm gonna do fast travel. I think we just jump. Maybe after we max out our jumping. Acrobat 32. That thing. Go, we're getting close. Far. The armor jumper. Oh, it's like a big windy road thing. We won't be able to get into it. Go up here, we gotta go down. Sounds like some World of Warcraft music. Forest or whatever. Elves. Ghost. Oh! Oh! Scared the crap out of me. Jump scared me. Road at. First Folly. What's this? Oh, it's like a little shack. Some be dungeon.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
Who's there?
Stand it, bow woman. Rude.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
Two of them. Shit.
Jump on my sword while you can.
But they don't stand a chance. Devastating. Huge. Too easy.
Showing your face was the last mistake you'll ever make. Die!
That come from?
Am I supposed to be impressed? This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. Yeah!
Easy, we got this one. Crap. Game. Like watch a tutorial on it or something. Gotta roll some ads here. Gotta roll some ads. F. What's up, dude? What's up, goalie boy? Just in time for some ads. Lucky day. F's in chat. Do you know this game? I can't play it. I'm having a tough time with the lock picking system. Did you have to watch ads to get in here? Probably had to watch ads. Oh shit! Dog. Good dog, you asked for it. Was it freaking bad guy? Yeah.
Die, damn you!
Nope.
I'll have you to pieces.
I think I used my berserker? Didn't even mean to. Yeah, I have no idea how to do the lockpicking thing. Like, I know you have to get the thing up at the top, but I feel like I am, but...
It's a fight you'll get.
Yeah! Oh, crap.
Die, damn you! That's the best you can do.
Oh man, the heal? Or what the crap?
Yeah!
Tough.
Today you die.
Be tough though too. Golden boy, you haven't seen Frog Bar yet, have you? Bar. Beautiful champion. Got him. All gums. Huge frog war. Where we going? We're doing something here. This way. This way. Quickly. It's secret. Potatoes. Axe. We haven't seen any ore yet. I was thinking there'd probably be ore we could find, but seen any.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the baby gonna cry?
Oh, you're gonna get stomped. Yeah. Come on, block. Block. Come on. Alright.
Die, Kurt!
My apparel. Broke my apparel. Upset. Easy chat. Pretty huge. Just started playing. Can defeat anything but the lockpick games. The only thing. Backwards. Battled her.
Die!
Cop. What you doing? Blair Witching. That was your mistake. You shouldn't have Blair Witched.
Had the
best you can do?
Yeah, just chopped up your buddy. Chop you up too. Yeah. Oh, that was that stagger or whatever. They break your block.
Why? Won't you die?
I have a shield and I'm blocking your hits. Huge. No. How do I do it? That one's good, right? I can do that. Got a little gap in it. Dumb? Yeah, I feel dumb. It makes me feel dumb. Because it's supposed to go up and then you hit the space bar. Oh, auto attempt. Auto attempt is. Ah. Yeah, it's kind of a cheesy old game. Got it. 5 gold. Yeah, it's kind of a cheesy old game. We never really played it when it was current, but now that it's like remastered, we got these fancy graphics. And kind of fun to go back and check it out. And they refined some of the systems. Made them a little bit better. And like I said, we never played it. We did play Skyrim. That was a pretty good one. Yeah, I'm having fun with it so far. I need to figure out that lockpick system though. Yeah. Yeah.
Die, you orc thing.
Orc thing? Your cat thing. Way cooler. Look, we got orc frog. They look like cat people. Way cooler.
Hello. Who's there?
Oh, we're gonna get fight. Sure, you gonna do that? Yeah, yeah. Oh, why'd the berserker trigger? That's interesting. I don't think I pushed the button. Shield? Got one armor. Doesn't look good. Trap door. Dangerous down there. Very easy. We can do this one. Huge. 13 gold.
If it's
it's a fight you want, it's a fight you get.
Yeah, you guys are in trouble. No shot. No shot. Chomp. Chopped. Hero. Chopped him up good. 17 gold, that's it? That's all they got down here? Oh. Junk. I guess we got experience for doing it. Probably like a random chance of like getting stuff out of chests. Good maybe.
What's that? If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Die, damn you!
Do your work.
I've fought blood
Jump on my sword while you can.
Oh, they're breaking all my stuff though. Sword's busted. Dagger. I think it's also a blade, technically. Trying to level up blades and blocking. Heavy armor.
Die, damn you!
Get this over. What's the matter? Getting tired?
I'll hack you to pieces.
Listen here.
Die! You're pathetic.
Am I supposed to be impressed? Jump on my sword while you can.
Ash talkers. No spell used? Back to life or something. No. Did it. Oh, but take it. Bird. Busted. I think we just drop this maybe and start using the dagger. We repair it. We can repair it, can't we? Just keep. Yep. Do. That's probably an important one to fix. What is this taking to repair? What are we spending? That one won't repair. Oh, we used whatever we are. Yeah, I guess the hammer somehow is using the hammers. Yeah, the hammers are all gone. It's for it. Alright, so we got some of our gear back, that's good. Still overburdened though. Scooting. Had to go level up. Find a bed somewhere. Did all this stuff. Search these guys? I know. Got some lockpicks. Care anything else though? Got a real ad still. Happened. Back in a circle? I think we've probably seen it all. Might be something hidden here, but I could find. Get out of here and then roll some ads, and then we'll take a little break, and then we'll continue on to our destination. Just about there. Out of here though. Get out. That's how we go down. Get a door out of here somewhere. Here. Claustrophobic now. Get out of here. That's it. Wasn't worried, chat. You were worried. And we're deep in here. Thought I was out. Did we do backwards again? This is huger than I thought. Interesting. I didn't think I was ever going to get out of there. Alright, let's throw some ads. Get some water. Hydrate mode. Frog bar says get hydrated. Got him. Beautiful. I think a gremlin. Get some more water. Be right back. You might need some more coffee. I'm kind of slow. Oh, almost could take a nap. Food? Chad, I'm getting tempted to take a little break here, eat some food. Gotta do some cooking. Stream again later. Anybody watching? Got any viewers? 3 hours? That's a little stream. That's better than nothing, I guess. Look at the viewers. Oh crap, 5 viewers? A lot for me. But I am kind of getting hungry. I gotta figure out a better way to get food ready for when we're streaming. Yeah, maybe we'll be on a little bit later. We'll take a little nap here or something, get some food, a little more energy. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back.